episode 4 is actually a pretty hype episode right now. Now, even though it's only episode 4 of One Piece, I can already feel it picking up. Because, first of all, let's just start from the beginning. Because we have this lady right here. We still don't know who she is. And she's pretending to be like slumped over. So now these 3 guys are like, oh yeah, we're going to take advantage of her. Because we're going to just take everything that she has. And then we're just going to leave her stranded. And then she just turns it around on them. Because they're just like, she's just like, oh yeah, I'll give you all the money you'd like. I need water. And that's a very real situation. Like, you're in the middle of the sea. You don't know where you're going. All you have is treasure. You can't eat the treasure. So they're like, okay, yeah, we'll take advantage of her. But then she turns it around. And then I want to point out, though, how did she know that there were going to be intense winds and squalls expected very soon? How did she know that? How was she able to predict that? Because she didn't see it. But how does she know that? Like, what is her? Does she have a devil fruit power as well? Because like maybe her power could be being able to predict the weather, but she was able to predict the weather quite nicely, and that's like a very important skill in the ocean, especially when you're out at sea and you don't know and you just don't know what's gonna come next. So now we get into my favorite part of this episode, Shanks. Who is Shanks? Like, what's his backstory? This guy is so mysterious. We hardly know anything about him, even through this episode. All we see is that he has a pirate crew. He gave Luffy the hat. But let's go from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning. So Luffy wants to go on the pirate ship, and then obviously they're just not going to allow that to happen because Luffy's too much of a kid. And Luffy's too young. So Luffy only sees the good. Luffy sees like a pirate crew. They're all eating, they're all laughing, they all love each other. But that's just the one side of the double-edged sword. What is the other side of that? There is much more to being a pirate than what Luffy sees, and that's why Shanks says, you know what, I'm not gonna bring you because like it's not safe for a kid. You gotta understand that it's not safe for a kid to be in a pirate crew, and there's just so many dangers. Like just right here, like this right here, this guy showing up is a danger, and that's just like the first example of why he doesn't want to bring Luffy, you know. And just imagine people way stronger than that. But Shanks is strong-willed. He gets knocked out and he just laughs about it, and everybody is laughing. And most people would think that okay, because Shanks got knocked out, people are gonna lose respect for him. But that is just a testament to how strong Shanks is, because as we see later in the episode, Shanks is super strong. So having like a wimp, a weakling like that, like that guy, like those bandits come in and then just like do that to him, they all know the truth behind Shanks, and that they're probably laughing at the situation because that guy doesn't even know who he's dealing with. And I'm basing this all off of the fact that Shanks was able to like make a sea monster just go away from him, as we see later in the episode. But let's go to what happens next. So Luffy gets upset and he starts eating out of frustration. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna eat because I'm so angry. And then Shanks is like, spit that out right now. Spit it out right now. Spit it out right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? And in the last 3 episodes, people were talking about devil fruits like they were just like some mysterious thing that you can't get your hands on, that they don't even believe exists. Imagine living in a world of people who have devil fruits and you don't believe devil fruits exist. One, that means you're in like a really far off part of the world where you're just like in a very like non danger environment where people just have devil fruits. And 2, you don't have like you don't know the people that have devil fruits. So it's just like you're just cut off from the world. You're just like a third world country surrounded by first world countries. Because Shanks knows exactly what a devil fruit is. And so do all his crewmates. They're not scared. They're just like, oh my goodness, Luffy actually ate this. And now Luffy turns into rubber. And then they all know what a devil fruit is. They all know what it is. They all know what it is. So that means that wherever they're from, devil fruits are common because they have their hands on one. And do you understand how lucky Luffy is to get a devil fruit? Because how else would you get it? If you know that other people have devil fruits, maybe people are selling it for super high prices. Luffy doesn't have any money. And Luffy doesn't have a way of like fighting somebody for it. So for him to just be handed a devil fruit at the beginning of his journey is super lucky. Luffy is lucky. And this is not going to be the first time that we see that, I don't think. Like, this is not going to be the first time that we learn that. So now Luffy goes to stand up for Shanks, and the old man, I like how he's like, I like what he says. He's like, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. Just whatever you want, we'll give it to you. I don't know what he's done. Look at what he says. I don't know what Luffy has done, nor do I intend to fight you. If you're not offended, I'll even pay you. That is such a respectful tone. He's just like, basically the mayor is trying to win without fighting. And as we know in the art of war, the best won fight is the best won war is the war you did not even have to fight. The mayor knows that he cannot beat them. And the lady, she's not strong enough to take them on. All she can do is watch. And they're watching because they're not strong enough to fight them. And they know that. They would just be going into the slaughterhouse with Luffy. So the mayor says, I'm not going to fight you. I don't know what he's done. If you're not offended, please just let him go. Just please spare the boy's life. And then the guy's like, I leave it to the mayor to know how the world works, but I'm still going to kill him. And that's just like heartless. That's heartless. And then look at what happens. Shanks comes into the scene, and then I love this scene right here where Shanks is like, put your life on the line. Because why do you even have a weapon like that if you're not going to use it? Don't bring it if you're not going to use it. Don't take it if you're not going to use it. And that's like, for example, if you have a book. If you have a book and you're a librarian, or if you're just somebody who loves books, don't open a book if you're not going to finish reading the book. For example, that's what Shanks is saying. Shanks is saying that everything you have, use it to the fullest. Don't threaten people with it. So put your life on the line, huh? Now that you join your pistol, put your life on the line because basically this is something that I've learned through watching anime and just through life in general, where it's like you are here committing a crime and drawing a pistol at somebody, threatening somebody, but shouldn't you expect that to happen to you? If you're willing to take somebody out for your own reasons, then you have to expect somebody to take you out for their reasons. But they can't see past their own nose. That's why the guy's confused. He's like, what are you talking about? And just that quick, I'm saying those aren't for threatening people. Boom! And look at how Shanks looks. Not a word was said. And how cool is this guy? You didn't even hear him. He's so big, yet you didn't even hear him. Does he have a double foot too? Oh, look at Shanks' side profile right now. This is like one of the coolest scenes in like the first 4 episodes. This is the coolest scene in the first 4 episodes. Look at how Shanks is right now. He's just like looking to the side, doesn't say a word, just holding his waist. Whew, he eats that bite of meat. That is so hype. And then we have this guy. We don't know who he is. Nobody said who he is. But he has this guy take out all these bad guys. Well, not good or bad. It depends on who you look, what way you look at it. Because this guy's not a bad guy, and if you think that Shanks is a good guy, Shanks is not a good guy. Shanks just had his crew member just kill somebody. They're not good guys. They don't believe in that. But it's all about who's stronger. Whoever is stronger is the person that's right. History will only be written by those who have won. And then so now Luffy gets taken out to the sea, and we just have this scene right here. Yo, I cried. I really cried in this scene because we just see Luffy crying, and then so first Shanks scares away the monster by just looking at it. That's just like some next level intimidation. And then, but this scene right here, I really cried like because just the understanding, like Shanks is not selfish. He's willing to lose an arm, even his life, to save this kid. He says, hey, don't cry. You're a man. I really cry. Like if I was watching, oh my goodness. Don't cry, you're a man. But Shanks, your arm. Oh my goodness. If you didn't cry during this episode, then then you gotta wait. Then you just gotta keep watching One Piece, because there's gonna be some real tearjerkers. Not spoiling anything, but One Piece is really like it just hits all the emotions for me. You know, I'm laughing. I'm like scared of what's gonna happen next. I'm like crying. It's just, One Piece is just such a good anime. And so Shanks gets his arm taken out, and then Luffy says the coolest thing ever. And how do we know it's cool? Because Shanks gives him his hat for saying it. He's like, I decided to become a pirate on my own. Shanks is like, I wasn't going to take you anyway. How was I going to take you anyway? But check out what Luffy says. Hold on, let me just get right to the point. Check out what Luffy says. And he said, you'll never be a pirate. And Luffy goes, I will too. Someday I'm going to gather a crew every good as yours. And I'm going to find the greatest treasure in the world. And I'm going to become king of the pirates. I'll show you. Wow. Alright, I had to say it too, because it's just so hype. Like, if you understand, it's just hype. And he's like, I'll leave this hat to you. And that's saying a lot too. He gave his hand and his hat. And in the beginning, we saw that he was saying that, I think it was like maybe it was this episode, or either the episode before, where Shanks was saying that I can't even give this hat to you because it's very dear to me. So what does that hat mean? Like, what has that hat been through for Shanks to even say that? And who is Shanks? And first of all, did nobody realize how big Shanks' crew is? When you have a crew that big, it means that you're strong, because how are you able to feed a crew of that size? You have to be able to feed a crew of that size. Like, you have to feed them. Hold on, I'm trying to get the panel that actually shows them. But yeah, right here. Check out how, right here, coming up. Check out how big Shanks' crew is. Like, that's a lot of mouths to feed. Okay? How are they getting supplies to feed themselves? How are they surviving on a day-to-day basis? Because on a day-to-day basis, you must eat like 3 or 4 meals a day and a snack at night. And you're eating big portions. Look at this fat guy. This guy's eating a lot, and nobody is trying to kill him for the food. So I just think Shanks is a strong pirate because he's able to take care of all these people. And that is what that is the testament of how strong you are. Because people think in this world that money equals power. No, power equals power, because power means how many people you can employ. Power means how many people you can have working for you. That's what power means in the real world. And because Shanks has so many people, you can tell he's powerful. But just having a lot of people doesn't mean you're powerful. You can have a lot of people on your side and be weak, but there is strength in numbers. But in a world of devil fruit, if you have the right devil fruit, it doesn't matter if you have 100 people on your side. Like, if you have a devil fruit that can just like warp time and just like make people go to a different time, or like like a space, like that could just send people to space or something like that. That's what I mean by warp time. Like, just send people to space. Then like you could just take everybody on Earth and just send them to space, and then they just can't breathe in space. But in the real world though, power means how many people you can employ, how many strong people you can have to be on your side. That's what power is. And then we see the episode, these guys try to fight Zoro, and Zoro's not having any of it. They're like, oh, we had no idea you were a pirate hunter, Zoro. We're so sorry. Please forgive us. This guy just lost a couple teeth, blue eyes. They all repping Buggy though. Shout out to Buggy. This is Buggy's ship. Buggy is strong too, because just like we said, Buggy has people on his side. But the important point is, how many strong people do you have on your side? If you have weak people on your side, then you're just a weak person with a lot of people following you. But if you have strong people on your side, that means you're a monster. Like, you're formidable. And so we see this girl. Still don't know who she is. She's running for her life with these people chasing her. And they're not even trying to chase her to like rob her. They're trying to chase her to kill her. Because they don't want to get killed. And that's just like the fear that Buggy has instilled in them. So nobody's going to say a bad thing about Buggy. I'm not saying anything bad about Buggy, because this guy is a pirate, and pirates don't play that game. So that's what I think. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Leave your comments in the description below if you want to. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. I'll read it.